Hello, and welcome to some more Krastorio 2. I guess the usual caveats for recent streams of there may be some technical difficulties because there's been all sorts of work on the roads outside. They're upgrading the broadband, I believe. Got another letter from the ISP saying that that's what they were doing. So, as per previous streams, if the stream cuts off, that's why. Because they've switched some setting somewhere and it's killed my internet. Also, I have a horrible suspicion, because my nose has been running like an absolute stream. So I may have got another cold, and I'm feeling I didn't sleep at all well last night. So I may have to stop the stream just to go and get a cup of tea. So yeah, there is that. But we are good to go. Hang on a sec. As long as I can get this properly set up properly. I'm also trying to monitor the stream itself so that I can see if it does go down. But yeah, today we're going to do a bit of... did I say? I'm Trismegistus, and I say this is my Saturday stream where I stream Factorio, and specifically today and maybe tomorrow. I'm not quite sure yet. Assuming, as I say, I don't come down with yet another cold. But streaming Krastorio 2, which is a complete overhaul mod of Factorio. A popular one to start with for people trying out overhaul mods. And the plan today is to try and get a handle on this, or enrichment, because this changes how we do smelting, basically. So this will give us some new recipes that will enable us to smelt enriched ores, which give better ratios. But it's completely unfamiliar to me, so I don't have a clue how it works or what it's for or how to use it. So, are you actually running? Because I'm wondering if we do a few more researches. So, last week I had a bit of a struggle. One might call it a brain fart, but oh crikey! What I wasn't sure about was how big to do my bus. So I've had a bit of a think. This is sort of the maximum extent, and I was never intending to do it that big, but this is like the maximum extent because then, we're getting into silly territory of hitting the water and having to do loads of land filling. So we want to keep it within these borders, ideally. But what occurred to me is that if this is like the minibus, as it were, and that's the smelting, so this is sort of the distance of the bus here, the build everything mall type area here, it's roughly about down to there. So if we do a couple of extra rows, if I add them back in, I think we're probably going to be okay, because I'm not fussed. If I have to add more rows in further down or whatever, that's fine. I did make a bit of an error with the pipes, I think, in that I shouldn't have let it fill them all out, but it doesn't. It's not a huge amount of material, but so I think if we do a couple of extra ones here, and then we'll do that. Because I need to wait for the researcher. I think there's another one I'm probably going to do, but yeah, we can nip up here. So basically, we're going to edit this blueprint. Oops. And then sort of relay it down, because obviously there's no point having that path up there as well. Oh, we're quite slow, aren't we? I've gotten used to how quick I am in the my blueprint series. Had a bit of a think about that one because I got a bit, I don't know, upset, I suppose, last week. Essentially because so what was the other one that I think? Very large by enormous throughput capabilities. There was something I think it might have been the air purification I was quite keen to have a go with. Research server. No, it was these, wasn't it? I think we need to sort of unlock these. So I'm like ready to go. Basically, go producing complex tech cards, yeah. With them. And then we do need, there's like, I say, there's this lithium what I wasn't quite expecting, but we could also, I guess we could set up a bit of the old uranium processing. Get that on the list. What's that? But what? Bioprocessing. Oh, that's the Bitagroup thing. So apparently there's a thing where you can, let's take the, in fact, let's leave that in, but turn that off. We can, like, you don't actually need to continuously harvest the, the biters, because this like bioprocessing thing and enables you. You can basically grow your own creep, so then you don't have to worry about harvesting all the whiter stuff, as I understand it. And that may have changed because that was from quite a while ago. That was sort of written. So how much space have I given here? 2. So it's like two bits, isn't it? So if we go do, and then put that there. Wait, was that noise different? Huh. Right, so if we then grab that and we pull this all the way down here to there. So this is our new version of the bus. I say that gives us a bit of space as well in case I do need to add in something earlier. But, oh, need to hold down shift or that's not going to work. But yeah, there should be plenty of lanes. They're also all obviously 4 lanes apart, which gives us a bit of space, say, in case we need to do some fiddling about. But wanted to get this laid down like so. There we go. Actually, don't need the last one. And what was the other thing? So we could add in a second row of, roboports here. Is that in line? Looks in line. Except that I don't know that the power lines will reach that far, will they? So maybe power line there. Power line there. And then, yeah. We can then pull from the power lines there. So don't I have a... Oh no, I haven't got a separate one, so that's okay. Right. Yeah, so we can run a second line of power lines down here, I think. Just quickly. And then add the robo ports in. So apologies. Oh, there's something gone very wrong there, isn't there? Looks like I've had the blueprint the wrong way around at some point because we've got those going the wrong way. In fact, let's do it via map. Oh, in fact, the whole bus is the wrong way around here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Is that because I plopped this down on wrong? Because I don't think it'll replace it, will it? No. That's annoying. Oops. Yeah, so all of these are the wrong way round. Wow, okay. Okay. Right, fine, let's just replace all this then. I've obviously just had the blueprint the wrong way round and just, ran it down the length without... Although it looks like some of these are right and some are wrong. Oh dear. Rather defeats the point of having a blueprint, doesn't it, if I'm doing this? Because weirdly, you need a sort of bot to come and like turn them the right way around. I mean, you can do it yourself, sort of thing, obviously, and your own bots can do it. But even though you know it's just hitting the R key twice, you have to have a bot come and do it for you. It's a bit of a strange. I mean, it makes sense, you know. Otherwise, you could cheat it somehow, I guess. But yeah, it's a bit of a strange idea. Is that all of them? Have you all done? You're all done. Oh, those are the new ones anyway. Let's go. Oh no, it's these ones as well. I say apologies if I sound snotty. It's because I am. Yeah. I wonder why some of them are backwards and some of them are forwards. I don't get that. That's strange. Right, let's tidy the end piece up. Right, hopefully that's that fixed. Now, let's finish off this power line. And then pop the robo ports in. I mean, it's going to take the bots ages to do all of this, even though it's not that big. So it gives plenty of time to figure out the ore reprocessing thing. And what I can also do, pick all of this up, turn my box back on, turn them off again. Get rid of all that. Right. So I'll put the excuse me, put the robo ports on. Have I got any? Yeah, there we go. In fact, let's just copy and paste them in. And I guess some of these are still backwards. What have I managed to do there? No, those are the new ones. So I must... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I've done. It was wrong, whatever it was. Right, let's leave them to do that then. As that's no small job. I think also, aren't we struggling? Oh no, I beefed up the power, didn't I? Because I put some things on. So we've got way too many pipes as well, so there's that consideration. But yeah, what I'm going to work out is this enriched ore. Because we have to work out this dirty water as well. So, let's go and find a nice little place to do the business. What we're going to need, I assume we can still use regular furnaces? I don't know. So, we've got a new recipe that uses enriched iron plate. And it becomes 1-to-1 now. So instead of 2-to-1, it's 1-to-1. Okay. So, setup of 48. I'll just count it was 12. 6 rather. Yeah, so it looks like... Oh, that's not... I didn't copy that all the way down, did I? What? Okay. Yeah, so it's 1-to-1 now, basically. So if I had 12, 24, 48 miners, would it do it with ghosts? No, of course it won't. Oh. Oh, dear. Have I not got that many furnaces then? Am I making furnaces over here? I'm not sure I finished making the machines, did I? That was the other thing I was going to do. All the crushers and filterers and all that sort of stuff. I don't think I finished making them. Have I not got someone making stone furnaces? Oh, there we go. At the top here. Let's grab some of them. Yeah, so we better do that actually, I guess. I lose track with where I am on them. Cool. Yeah, so 15 a minute, which is 1 yellow belt. So it restores the the original ratio, basically. Okay. Now, how do we actually do enrichment then? So to make enriched iron, we have to put in 9 iron ore, 3 sulfuric acid, and 25 water. And we get 6 enriched iron ore out. And what do we put them into? We put them into chemical labs. Okay. Okay. So how many of these would we need? So if this is iron ore enrichment. Oh. Like that. So this is saying extra positives on it. So I've got too many labs there, basically. 8.5 too many. Okay, so it's not even numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. We could probably treat it as even numbers, but I think you get stuff back. You can reprocess it. Yeah, so technically we've got half a machine too many, but we've got this dirty water. Deity. Deity. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's my research server. Okay. So, how do we process dirty water? Filter dirty water. 100 dirty water gives 30 stone. Oh, sorry. There's 1 each for each one. Okay. 30, so 10% iron ore. Oh, that must be a probability thing. Okay. So I've got a filtration plant. I've got a filtration plant. So if this was doing filtering dirty water, would that balance? Oh, I guess because that's like that, isn't it? Because it's counting it as a producer of iron ore, but I've got no other producers of iron ores. So I'm getting. So it looks like we probably need 2 of them. I think. Yeah, but we could also make them down here, couldn't we? Now, what was I... Excuse me. What was I going to make where? Let's get that sorted out. So... that didn't need stone brick. Okay. So what machines have I got? I'm already making greenhouses, so that's fine. We've got crusher, iron gear, automation core, copper cable is missing. Got this copper cable or copper there. That needs copper plate. The filtration plant doesn't, but it does need engine. So they both need engines, okay. But they need steel beams, and I've got steel there though. Okay. So if we just sort of double that up. Like that. And then can I have another one of these, making one of these two, because it needs automation cores. So it doesn't need that, does it? Although we may need to offset it, I would imagine. But this one is going to make filtration plants. There's glass all the way over there, that's fine. Automation cores are here. So you can just grab them. Steel beams are there. So automation cores. So it needs engines and glass. So that's not too difficult. Down there. Oh, I'm going to have to get rid of that anyway. Right. So if we underground those two. Yeah, I had to think about the problem I had last week when people were giving advice, which I don't normally dislike, as it were, but I think it was to do with, how to put it, some mental hang-ups in a sense. Bit of a weird thing to say, I know, but yeah. Where oh, there they are. So it's iron plate, gear wheels and pipes, isn't it? Yeah. Iron gear wheels. Pipes are still in here, aren't they? So that then gives them iron. Feed in there. Can I longhand that? Yeah, perfect. But it also needs iron plate itself. Just hive off down there. Might have a job getting that in, but we'll worry about that in a minute. So that's filtration. That on there. Filtration. The atmospheric condenser is very, very similar. Flare stacks is also pretty damn similar. Steel plates, steel beams. And what? So, cause I'm wondering if we can sneak this in here somewhere. How might that work? So if that was there, and perhaps this could come down here. No, how is it going to get? I could do that. So if this is flare stacks, I can put that there. And it'll make them. Okay, so it gets me flare stacks. So crushers we would need copper pipe for, copper wire for. And electrolysis we need copper plate for, so we'll do them two last. But atmospheric condensers is essentially the same sort of stuff. And we can have another engine here. Feed in that. I guess. Maybe. How would that work? No, that's not going to work at all, is it? Unless I underground that, but doesn't this need, if this is, yeah, it needs green circuits. Okay, we'll ignore that one then, and instead we'll do a little, we'll copy this basically. Kind of love how sinister the Factorio soundtrack can be. So if this is now atmospheric condensers, and it can get those, and it needs these as well. It doesn't need iron plate, but it will need engines to sort that out. So we could underground that. Give me somewhere to put a box. And I don't know how many of those I need, but we'll just 2-stack it again. But it needs engines now. So we might as well copy and paste this if we can. Something like that. Ah, it's on the wrong side there. Okay. Right. So it needs... Oops. Engines there. I could feed them across from the other side, couldn't I? Let's do that. Oh, actually it needs iron plate, doesn't it, I think? So if that's engines... Engine? Yeah, iron plate. Okay. Oh. Move that down. Here's pipes. Cool. Okay, so that's them. So the two we haven't got are the electrolysis and the filtration. Both need glass. No, we've got filtration. We're missing electrolysis and crusher. Steel beams. So these both need automation cores, don't they? Got a tiny trickle of steel, iron plate. Is that just because it's all going into belts, I guess? Yeah, I think it's all going into belts, basically, isn't it? Well, also this is not. In fact, how much better is this? Oh, I need rare metals, and I haven't got any of them. Mining speed 0.75. So it's a bigger mining area, and half as fast again. Okay, so it's quite a beneficial improvement, that one. Right, so we need to squeeze in crushers. I'm just wondering about doing those two here because we've got automation cores. We don't have steel over here is the thing. And both need steel. But we could easily grab a steel line, pass it through the middle there. Yeah, so let's build these two here. So we want crushers, a copper cable, iron beam, iron gear wheel. Oh, we don't need steel for that anyway, so that's fine. So if we need steel for the other one, why not do that one first? So atmospheric that's not the one. What are we missing? Crusher. Electrolysis plant. And that does need steel. Okay. Okay. So if we sneak some steel kind of down here. So that gets me some steel for that one. Which one was it again? Electrolysis plant. Steel beams, automation cores, copper. So can it go here? So it could go... We could put the steel beam production there. If I put that there... So if this is steel beams... And then this is the electrolysis plant. Then it's got copper cable, glass, steel beams, and over here, in fact, we might as well just divert this. Like that. Some automation cores. Cool. Right, let's cut that a couple again. Last one then is which one? It's the crusher. Crusher. So that's iron and that's copper cable. Okay. So potentially put that one. If I put that there, so this will make copper cable. And then feed it into... In fact, can I just put it there? So if you're making crushers, iron beams and plates again. So we can divert this one round. Down there. We can put cable in, crushers out, iron gears. No. Iron pipes. And iron gears, was it? No. Iron beams and iron pipes. Iron beams and iron pipes. Okay. Automation cores and somewhere to put them. Oops. Power. Oh well, actually, it's probably a bit neater putting it there. Box. There we go. Cool. Just make sure all of the machines are running. To make machines. The machines to make machines. Well, you would be if you had engines, but we really... I mean, we've got 600 belts to do, so that's why we're not getting any iron anywhere here particularly, but that's fine. We ever made one of them? No, because we haven't got any copper cable. There we go. If there's a couple in the box, then I'm happy that they're set up properly, but even if, you know, they're not going to make any until we've put all those belts in. Right, so, I was making some of them. Is it filtration? So if I plop this down, what does it say now? So that's still not enough to process all the stuff, is it? Okay. Huh. Why did that go down? Net machines. What? So that, how does that recipe work then? Oh, it's just the same amount coming in as going out, basically. But you also need to put sulfuric acid in. Okay. So if there's 25, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 25, 50. Or is that per second? Three-second craft time. Okay. And then what's your 2-second craft time? Okay. And it can handle 100. So it handles 4 machines plus half as many again, so it can handle 6 machines. So I don't know why it's dropping. That's 6 machines, so that's 12 machines. Yeah, it's something to do with this, basically. I think that's fine, essentially. Oh, it's because that's a machine producing dirty water, so it's saying... Yeah, I've got... Yeah, so that was... Okay, I understand now. So this is saying, you know, if you wanted to keep those busy, you've got 4... You can have 4 more of these, but we don't want 4 more of those. Okay. Now this one also has the weirdness of that it puts out stone and even more iron ore. Okay. But that's regular iron ore, isn't it? That's not enriched iron ore. No. Okay, so we can feed that back in. But that's like a raw input thing. That's not a... You know, that alleviates the demand on the raw ore, if you see what I mean. But we'll have to filter it in cleverly. Okay, so if we wanted to do, say, 4 belts of iron, then these numbers don't quite work. So we would, you know, have more than that. Have less of these than 2, but I can, you know, work that out. But basically, the enriched version lets us support a standard ore processing thing. Okay. In which case, I can probably use my... smelting thing. My normal smelting array. Or upgradable smelting array. What's that one? That's the stone. Okay. So, where are we going to put this? Well, let's see where we can fit it in, basically, because we're out of bot range if we go up there. So I don't know whether I've just got... I don't have any allergies. I don't suffer with any allergies, so it can't be that, but it could just be a... I don't know, a reaction to something? I don't know, but... I hope it's not a cold, because... It'd be like my 7th cold since the end of lockdown. It's like... It's getting to the stage where I'm worried there's something else going on. Right, so if we move you out the way... I wonder how the bots are doing. Oh! Got to turn the bots off. Wonder how they're doing. So I've still got 600 belts to do. Okay. Right, so... how many and how much of these can we fit in? So if we go my thing here... Smelting stone, there we go. So if this was like where the... Is that how I'm going to do it? I kind of need it further up, I think. But we can work it out here. Because it'd be better if it was sort of here, wasn't it? Because then it's not overlapping with any ore patches or that water. So it's probably best if it's sort of here. I've also got loads of room then. You know, I can go right up to there without hitting any ore patches. This looks like creep, doesn't it? From the shape. wonder if I left some behind. But yeah, so let's just work it out of range of the bots. And see how many... Oh! Oh, it doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we hit that one, but we are going to do it further up anyway. So if we were saying iron, you know, copper, dunno, rare earths. I don't know. We want loads of them, but if we say iron, copper, and then we start processing, but it's the same amount. So iron, you know, again. So, but then also the rare earth. So I think probably, but we smelt silicon and stuff, don't we? Yeah. So we have to smelt the silicon anyway. I'm going to just assume like one lane of each of those, and if we didn't need more, we'll add them. Which is why we've got so many sort of spare belts. But also steel. We need steel. Okay. So this was 12, wasn't it? So I'm really just going for space and where I can start building them rather than... I'm not going to put all these in to start with. But 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So if we wanted 20 smelting sets, we'll call it 24, you know, because we need to smelt some other stuff. Then this 12 we can sort of double up. Is that right? So we should have 12. Ow. I've actually done... Oh, no, that's 12 because it's... Yeah. Is that right? So if I do the first row of... Yeah, there we go. 24. So if we double this... It needs to be that big. Oh yeah, we're going to have a look at whatever those weird things were over here. Yeah, it's creep. I've forgotten to pick it up. I keep forgetting how delightfully organic that noise is. Right, so it's this size. So if we take that and sort of... I mean, it fit really well in there. But say, if we take it sort of over here, put the edge of it here maybe. So if we get rid of that. No, don't want an icon. So if you have the edge lined up with that, and we put it a bit further up so that we've got room for, you know, although we're going to need stuff at the top, aren't we, if we're doing this enriching. So ideally we probably want the edge there. Okay. Right, so let's get that done then. I guess I could just cut and paste this, really. No, it's just, let's get rid of it and I'll redo it, basically. Obviously, I'm going to just connect the bots up to it. I'm not going to do it all myself. But we can get them doing that part. And then worry about setting up the ore enrichment side of life. We're so slow. Didn't I not get any... Oh, I haven't got a big enough power armor. What about... Huh. That's taking an incredibly long time. What are they... Are they missing tech cards, are they? Oh no, is it the sulfuric acid? Could be the sulfuric acid. I didn't sort that out, did I? Okay. Right, so let's stick on this. Connect the bots up. Yeah, so I'll put it a little bit above that. Give us a bit of room to go around it if we need that stone. But we don't want it too far down because we don't want to have to landfill that. So we'll put it sort of there maybe. And maybe there. Yeah, it gives us double the room again. We obviously have to have somewhere to put the trains as well. But how many should we put in? So we want, you know, 4 iron, probably 4 copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2, 3, 4. And I don't offhand know what the steel ratio is, but we'll have a couple of set up ready to go. We then want to connect these up. How best to do that? Just go straight over, I think. Actually, that's... yeah, I can connect it to that, I guess. Right. No. Oh. Hopefully that's worked. Could pop a radar in, I guess. As well. On here, maybe. Yeah, super sort of pleased and surprised yesterday because I actually hit the follower goal. I'd actually set the goal itself as a bit of a gag really because it was set to 44, which is my age, and I put, you know, as many followers as my age sort of thing, but just as a gag really. I wasn't ever kind of thinking I'd get to that, but it was pleasing to do so. But then I was like, well, so what am I actually doing with this channel? In terms of that sort of thing, am I bothering with subscribers, followers? And I'd quite like to get to affiliate, I think, just so that it unlocks like the emotes and stuff like that, because I find that quite fun. I don't tend to use a lot much, but the points are something I quite enjoy doing. But you can only get them if you're an affiliate, you see. So. How are we doing on power? Are we straining the system? No, loads of power. Okay. So, right. What we need to do is work out an enrichment thing, as it were. think. I'd quite like to start using loaders, is the other thing. Because I just keep forgetting, basically. Actually, just for curiosity, can you use loaders there? Bet it wouldn't show it, but there's one that's working. And that one. Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering if they work any differently to loaders in some of the other versions. Think you can do that? No, it looks like maybe you can't. That's... I do that. Yeah, so they will only take from belts, okay. Cool. So we're going to need a fairly significant sulfuric acid production. But we actually have an oil patch here. So I'm wondering maybe we pump that up and we do sort of enrichment at the top. We turn all of that into sulfuric acid. How do we make sulfuric acid? Isn't it the same? Yeah, iron plate, sulfur and water, so it's identical. So I need some iron plate to sort of kickstart it. But we could feed out a little bit of iron plate and sort of weave it back around to make the sulfuric acid. Water's here, so that's no problem. Okay, let us... have I got a radar up there? I have. I'm just going to copy and paste this up there so that I've got it for reference. Okay, now I'll pick it all up. Or actually, let's get the boss to do it. Right, so let's get some more stuff. Let's stock up. So, a bunch of them. I guess we're going to need a few more refineries. And labs. And I mean, I didn't realise they stacked to 50. Blimey. Blimey. Question I'm not entirely sure what the answer to is what we're going to do with a rock. Basically, I don't quite know. Or the stone, rather. If there's any particularly beneficial thing for that, I don't know. Let's just stock up generally, actually. And I'll get rid of some of this rubbish. Like that. Get rid of them and that. Those. Don't really need you anymore, do I? Oh yeah, I built that, but I've got no room for it, have I? Oh well. Oh well. How much is it better power? It's 200 kilowatts. 192 kilowatts, so it's basically identical. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, let's get rid of that. I guess we could put some of these back out of the way. Okay. Undergrounds. Okay. And then some. Oh, actually, I don't need all of them. Let's just round that off. Oops. Put them away. Crushers. Oh, they stack to 50 as well? Wow, okay. I wonder if all the machines stack to 50. Looks like they do. Huh, okay. There's no point me setting it 2 stacks then if they stack to 50. Some lights. Pipes. Pipes. Inserters, what have we got? Oh, don't need that many. I could obviously get the bots to deliver this to me, but they're so slow at the moment. Might as well just run around and pick them up myself. Well. Have I got engines? Not really. Don't really need trains for the time being. Got them. Got them. Ah, not one of those has been made. Is that because... Alright, this is just lacking iron plate. Oh, I've picked up a load of them anyway, so yeah. It has been making them, just... It's low on material. Oh, they don't stack to 50, do they? That's interesting. Oh well. And then the train lights. Okay. What else might I need? Well, I need belt, but that's all going into the bus. So I don't think we can get around that. Cool. Let's go. Oh, I could. In fact, am I making any pump jacks? I don't think I am. Right, so handcraft a couple of pump jacks. Because we might as well put that on. I don't think I'm making pumps. Either. What's that? Oh, it's ammo. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that as okay. Just trying to be cautious because obviously we'd have to run all the way back again. We've not got anything. But this is basically what we're going to want. These two. So if we just sort of... I'll just grab the whole lot. I can sort of blueprint them. And then rework them. And then a bit of that. And that. Cool. So I think we've got all the sort of components that we need. Let's go and pop these on those couple of oil spots. And think about doing a design for the old ore enrichment. Cool. So I'm not going to hook them up, but we'll because obviously limited in this game. We'll take the oil this way and up the side here, I think. Because this oil is just purely to do the sulfuric acid. It's weird sometimes when it gets rid of the decoratives, because it just sort of takes out a massive chunk. It doesn't seem to match up with what's actually there. One more. Is that? No, if we take it one more over to there. Take a corner there. Okay, so this will be raw. This will be raw, you know, crude oil coming in. I wonder how much. Will this tell me? 240, I think. Let's say. So if we put it on, I'm just wondering whether there's any point doing it advanced oil or basic oil. So that would process 20 rather, and give 9. And then that one processes 20 and gives, wait a minute, 11 straight off. But then we can also crack everything else into it. I think for the interests of, you know, getting as much out of a patch as we can, we're probably better off using advanced oil then. That's completely the wrong way around, isn't it? That way around. Okay. Where's me pipe? There's my pipe. Let's do that again. Get it right in a minute. It's wrong anyway, because it's the... I need to copy this one. And then replace the power poles. Like so. So, I think that should be one more needed. Oh, no, of course it's not. Not beacon, is it? So, if in theory we're getting... I mean, how much do we actually want? I guess we'll see, but if we do... Because it was 240, wasn't it? So that's like 80, 160, 240. So that's like a third of the whatever's coming out of it. In theory. Okay. So if we put the oil to thingy here somewhere. So you're going to crack heavy to light. And then next one up. Ain't going to work. So I've got the petroleum coming out of here. So we can divert the... Oh, I've not got the right piping on them. Oh. Yeah. So this is the, excuse me, heavy to light cracking. So we need water as well. From somewhere. I've lined, brilliant. I've lined the water up with the oil. Excellent. Well done. Okay, let's move it over then. So not there. There. Doing well today. Yeah, so we need this to be moved over, don't we? Uranium processing. Excellent. I think we'll just leave research for the time being. Because we're not really able to do it properly. So, if we start doing a calculator on that. Net machine 0. So we've got one chunking through there. But of course we'll probably need more if we end up with more machines, blah blah blah. Yeah. And then we want light coming out of here. I'm not worrying about beaconing these, I'm just trying to leave enough room that I don't sort of trap myself. Well, I suppose that does need extra machines. We need to be able to cope with that, so let's put that there. This is the water. Oh. That's the light coming out of there. So put it there, I think. So light to petroleum. In fact, that probably needs a connection there if, say, we do add on more machines. And this is, I'm not lined that properly, but it goes there. Probably do with a pump, actually. Give it a good pump. No, I've built an offshore by accident. Pumps aren't in this, are they? Aren't they somewhere else? There we go. Okay. So this is the petroleum as processed, plus the petroleum from there. So this needs to be water again. Like that. Oops. And then that's just the light going across. The light bringer. Oh no, that's not right. Thought I could be swanky, but that was dumb. Right, so that's the light oil. So if we had more of those machines, we could connect them there. Oh, I've run out of pipe. We can connect them there, like that, and then there, like that, and these, because that's the output, so it'll automatically be connected there, but we need a possible extension that way. Okay. Think that'll work? Cool. How many of those do I actually need? Don't I need like 4 of them or something? Oh. One assemblers have no recipe. Okay, what have I missed? Oh, I took... Okay. So we need... Yeah. No, we need 4 more, not... So it's 5. Move that out of the way. So... 2... 3... 4, 5. Let's get some power on all this. Oops. Can I make it closer and then we can get the power across, maybe? Right, let's do that again. Oh, I need light ore by 5 machines. So if I... Wait a minute. Oh, right, so it was 4. It was right the first time. Because hang on. I find it confusing when with it the pluses and minuses. Wait. Because that's a light oil by 5 machines. It should match. $25 and $45, yeah. So what's that saying? That's saying... So if I take that out... No, I think that's right. I think it was right first time. Yeah, it needs to be negative. Yeah. Yes, okay. Right, so that's all of them. We could hook up the water, I guess. Add some power in. Oh. Have I really run out of them again? An offshore. Oop. And then we need a wind turbine. Have I got one? Nope. Where did that go? Oh, it's not built it yet. Do 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 do. Okay. Power. It's pumping. It is a pumping. Do we want to run down and get some more pipes? We're going to have to. I mean, we could connect the power. Oh, of course, they're not going to do all of that, are they? Because, yeah, okay. So we've put one there. Then it's 1, 2. It's every... So we missed 2 and then there's a thing. Missed 2 and then there's a thing. Cool. So they'll build the bottom parts of these. We then need to go up. We need to put some power poles on for that. We need them for the oil anyway. Cool. So I can go those in. We're going to have to get some more pipes, but I was just wondering if we run a walkway down, basically. Speed things up a little bit. Where would I put that? I guess we could run it right the way down here. We've not got enough brick for that, but we can just chuck it in. So if we go where? Maybe put it on the outside of this pipe? We would hit water there, but that's fine. I'm just thinking I'll connect it up with them. These lines here. So that would be across there, wouldn't it? So go down to there. Oh, it might be a bit tight. Doesn't matter, but it's just nicer if you have a nice, interactive path, Got nowhere near enough brick for this, but there should be tons of brick in storage. So we can when we come back, we can stick all that on. Just going to wait for them to charge, turn them off again. So if I also get rid of these trees when we come back. So I've done loads of stuff in the aesthetic Factorio build where that game where trying to work out, yeah, so we're going to run into the ocean, but that's fine. Don't know why I'd cancelled that out, but I did. I always do a little bit of landfill. I've got tons of landfill, you know, just handmade basically. Use up all the stone. Right, so what do we want to do? We want to get a load of pipe. Massively misunderestimated that. So we need a load of pipe. And then we need to make sulfuric acid. So, where's the pipe? Pipe is here. It's only made 19. We're really short on iron, aren't we? I mean, it's not far off being done. Where are you trying to put wooden power poles in? Oh, on these, okay. Huh. Maybe if we upgrade that then. So we want to go from wooden to steel. Across here. We also want to connect. If that was to there, would that reach it? I think so. So we're going to need to put some robot ports here as well. So if we have that there, will that reach? Maybe. I'm just thinking if I can put a robot port in there, will it connect to that one? Hopefully. So we then put one here, like so. Except let's get the height right. So that's, no, wrong one. There. And then this here, pop that there. This here, pop that there. So hopefully they'll start filling it out, you know, filling it all out as it were. Cool, okay. Right, so what was I doing? Getting pipes, but we've not made any pipes. Yeah, we are crushingly light on oil. Iron ore. Could I just tap another iron ore? Not very easily. Where the heck is iron ore? So some there. But seriously not got any other iron ore? Huh. Well, looks like we'll have to go iron ore hunting at some point then. There I am building this whole, you know, thing, or about to build this whole thing. And, not got any iron ore, you know, to stick into it. Oh, I was going to get some brick, wasn't I? That was what I was going to do. So we get some brick, we'll connect some of these paths up if we can. If we can at least do that. Now, where the heck is brick? You're not brick, are you? No, you're steel. I mean, there are bricks. We're not putting the brick in a box anywhere? Seriously? Because that's the brick. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's only one stack. That's a bit rubbish. What can I grab off the belt as well then? There we go. Because we won't really be using brick if we've not got any iron plate. It'll just be sort of sat there basically. Let's grab as much as we can. There. Cool. Oh, we've got steel furnaces now as well, of course. So actually, we could have gone straight for them, couldn't we? Oh, we'll just leave it with stone ones. I'll upgrade it at some point. Right. So where do we want to go? If we take the stone path, so I want to cross there maybe. So where do we want to put this path? I think if we go this way, and then up here. Okay. If I go there, it's like right the way up to the thing, I think, isn't it? Something like that. I don't know if the default noise has changed, but that sounds different to me. Oh, out of brick. Okay. Let's turn you guys back on then. Clear these trees out of the way. Right, so we didn't really gain much in the way of pipe. We're almost there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we are very, very low of everything. Oh, don't fill that out. You can kill those trees, but don't need you filling the rest out. Okay. We don't have power though. Why is it not powered? Oh, because there's no power pole there. Okay. It won't be long before they do that though. Right. I mean, no oil will come in, so we're not going to waste it or anything. But yeah. Okay. So what we then want to do is we want to convert all of the stuff to sulfuric acid. So actually, if I put this out of the way, yeah. So first of all, we want to make sulfur. Which bit do I want? If I grab that, and then we can put that in line with that. Can we? Is that right? So we put that there. So this is the oil, the petroleum. And then we need more water. Like that. Okay, let's turn you guys back on. Oh no, don't do that bit. Okay. Oops. That way. The output there. Like that. And then this bit. I guess. Let's put it in line. Like that, maybe. So get more water. How am I connecting that up? And then it needs iron plate. Which we can siphon off from this. So once they've built all of this, we can have a balancer at the end. Like, well, will we? I mean, more likely to have one of those balancers. So this is the iron. Nope. If that's the iron going down, where does that align with? So if that one becomes this first set here. And I'm going to end up with overlapping belts, but you end up with that anyway. It's sort of inevitable, really. Well, it's inevitable when you're as incompetent as me, but... okay, so this one becomes the second lane, third lane, fourth lane, down to there. Something like that. They're the wrong ones, but we'll do that in a sec. So that there. So those are the 4 lanes. So we'll just have a priority splittery thingy. I'll take some, oops, this way. Maybe if we sneak it up there, that'd be a little neat. Well, neater. And we can have it go all the way up here. Say across here. Up to there. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay. Right, so let's run up there, because I don't want my bots doing all of this rubbish. Let's let the bus bots do that. But my bots can do the top piece, if we've got enough belt, etc. So there's no power connection there for some reason. Just put one in there. Did I put lights on this? I didn't put lights on it. Oh dear. Cool. So we should be able to hook this up now, and it should convert it to some sulfuric acid. We can do a rate thing, see how far off we are. So, so we've not technically got enough sulfur producers by the looks of things. So if we double this up, where does that get us? Oh, have I run out of chemical labs? I think... No, I haven't. Why have you not put that in? Oh, we're out of juice. We're out of juice, I think. Okay. How are we doing there? So, if I just put it in then. Oh, I had to do that myself. So we're still down by 1. It's a little confusing when it's doing this. I think it's because we're making 100, we're making 84. See, because it's 8 machines making petroleum across there, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So it's not quite enough petroleum coming out. Okay, we kind of anticipated that. Is that really the case? That doesn't sound right. So we're still 1 too few, are we? Really? Okay, so we need more petroleum. Okay. I mean, that's 100, sulfuric acid. That's a lot of acid. But is it enough? Because I can now... Need to pop these in. I'll have to... Well, I haven't even set the recipes, but we'll have to set the recipes. But does this... You know, how far short are we with acid? Okay. So it's 1.8 machines spare. So 2 machines hardly being used. So that should get us a lot of stuff. And to say, we can support like 3 times as many oil processy ones. So should be okay. If it's only using 0.2 of a machine, not even 0.2 of a machine, to do the equivalent of one of those. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's one machine. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've completely miscounted that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our 2 machines would support all of our iron and copper. Plus, I don't know what. I guess we haven't quite got there yet. Right, okay, so I guess if I just add on an extra one of these, then it's kind of ready to go. We don't really need that power there, or that power there. We're out of undergrounds again. How many are we short by? Oh no, that's fine. But yeah, we can add, can easily add on more stuff. But if we go and hook up the whatchamacallits to the power, where are they? They're over there. So yeah, if we run down the road and follow the pipe back. We can set the priority on these as well. So we want up, left. Oh. I mean, we need one of those. In fact, this might as well copy it up. So we need that at the end of each of these, except for that bit. And each of these. Is that right? That doesn't look right. Yeah. Except for that bit. Oh, that's convenient. That misses that stone. And that misses the coal as well. Okay, perfect. And I say, I'm going to have to hop them over them, all that sort of stuff. That's fairly normal that you end up with that. I forgot to grab the power lines. So bring those over. Just put one there. So I hook these up. Then we should be able to go back and see sulfuric acid flowing through our veins. Might need a pump on some of this. It's quite a distance, but then we've got longer underground pipes, haven't we? So it might be fine. But yeah, we should also hook up our railway then. Now I was working on railway in my thing, so maybe we can use one of them here. Yeah, I didn't realise. I hadn't spotted that iron ore. Well, there's no iron ore basically, apart from this one here. Okay. Okay, how are we doing? So we should got oil flowing in the pipe. We have indeed. We've got these burning away. You're working. Oops, you're working. Yep. Huh. Oh, I didn't hook that up, look. I wonder they're not doing anything. You doing something now? Yes. So, sulfuric gas, petroleum gas coming out there. Bring in some of these. We know we're not really supporting these, so that's fine. But they're not really running. Oh, that's missing a inserter there. And obviously we're not getting any iron plate coming up, but that's the only bit that's missing now. Cool, okay. So once we've got that, we are cooking on gas, basically. If I do that. Okay, so here's the output, finally, of the sulfuric acid for the ore processing. And we know that, or estimate that, in fact, let's go and set this one up as like this. I know we don't appear to, but have I stopped making yellow inserters? Because it didn't appear to have filled out any of them, so we might need to upgrade that as well. Because I haven't got a single yellow inserter filled out. So I'm wondering if I've stopped, you know, I turned them off over here. So we've got blue insert. Yeah, I picked it up, didn't I? So we need to upgrade that. Okay. So we need to swap yellows for blues as well. So I basically used the wrong template, I think. But so I'll add those in. I mean, you know, there's tons of gaps in the belts anyway, so it's not exactly a pressing concern. Right, so we need to do something that filters these, or does the filtration. And we know that, because this was way more than these needed, wasn't it? Oh, I can't tell with that. I find it a bit confusing. So they're processing more than 4. I keep trying to close it with E. That machine's 2. I'll put that back in. -4. Okay, so looks like it handles 6 effectively. 6 machines worth. So 1, 2. That doesn't make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'll just put a stack. I'll just put a line of them, I think. So what we want is, does it have to flow in that direction? I assume we can do flow through. But flow through of what? I mean, we want the heavy. I don't know. Don't know if we can actually. So we've got water here, which I've done something horrible with. We kind of want to return the water, I guess, for reuse. Is this going to be a good place for this? It feels like a bad place. A bad place. Is that maximum pipe length? No. Right, let's try that again. So, I guess what we could do, rather than that, because I could move this, no problem. And we can have it here instead. It comes down here. It's effectively like a mini fluid bus, basically. That might be a bit tied here. As well, fewer pipes. If I cut that off, then we could potentially have the sulfuric acid here. No, let's do that. I can put these two together. Or do I want them next to each other? Probably not. So that's the acid out, isn't it? Why have I done it like that? That's a mess. Why am I not taking the iron? Oh, of course it's in its way. Okay. Right. So it's underground here. No, it doesn't really work, does it? We could move this up, I guess, or down rather. Like that. That's a bit better. So that's the water. That's the acid. Water. Get rid of all of that rubbish. Acid. That rubbish. Water. And that rubbish. So that's the water. Oh, it will be the water. That's the oil. That's the petroleum. That's water again. That's the petroleum being forced that way. That's the water again. That's water. Okay. So perhaps if we have a couple of pumps here. Cool. And then they're both even, both next to each other. Yeah, okay. So we can then start sort of processing these. We need a bit of a gap, I guess, somewhere, but if I just take them, I don't know, say there is the first one maybe. So this is processing like that. And we're getting more iron ore out, which we need to feed back around because it's the unclean iron ore. So I don't know if it's directional or not. Are I completely out of pipes? Okay. Right, so this is the output from this. Potentially, I guess we could have two. So this is the output. Probably need a pump to avoid any directional issues. Did I make more pumps? No. Cool. And we have an underground there. Does that make sense? I don't know if that does make sense or not. So they're outputting like that. So I don't know if these are now connected or not. Because it looks like that's a connection. Pass-through connection. What did I do down here? I think I only had one, didn't I? Yeah. Was that it? That's the only... It is, yeah. Nuts. Let's put it. Let's assume that it does. It is like that. You know, that it is pass through. In which case, how do I hook it up? Not sure I understand that. So if that's... So put that there. Okay. Pump here. So not entirely sure I quite understand what that means, but let's go with it. And I think I can then feed it into one of them and it will pass through all of them. If it doesn't, I can always just put more pipes up, but yeah, so I'm not entirely sure I fully understand that. We obviously need somewhere to put the iron and stone out from, so one of them needs to be iron, I guess. Am I going to do that, or am I going to filter it elsewhere? Not sure. Well, I can put it on the other side. Because we could potentially be having some underground pipes here to connect all this up. So, if I put this, say... Yeah, so one of these is iron and one of them's stone, basically. So we can... I need to figure that out. Depending on where else everything else ends up. So these guys I need to sort out next, isn't it? So if we align them with that... Because it's different dirty waters, isn't it? There are different dirty waters, or is it just... Yeah, so you've got dirty water for iron, dirty water for copper, dirty water for that other one. Okay. So, let's have a look at this. So, we need to get sulfuric acid in, iron ore in, and water in. And out comes enriched iron and the dirty water. Okay. So the dirty water... What's a reasonable sort of gap? I guess a couple of machines worth. The dirty water needs to be aligned here. So if this is enriching the iron, then we can pass the iron down the middle. Somehow. Huh, that might be tricky. Can I just use a loader? How would that work? So I've got to put in sulfuric acid and raw, as it were, water. And acid. So if that's acid there, we could do with moving that up one. Convenience anyway. Oops. So that's the acid. And that's the water. Oops. So if that was there, would that even work? How am I getting the... So if that's our unit, I need to use long-handed. Not a fan of that. Could do it the other way round. So this could be... Oh, no. Flipped? Oh, it won't let me flip chemicals, will it? So it could be like this. And then the dirty water comes out the middle. So I want to hook up... Which is which? So the top is sulfuric acid. That one. And we can shorten that. Line it up there. So that's water still. Yep, that's water. That's the acid. Then the... So I'm thinking we have, you know, basically the raw ore coming down the middle. Oh no, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's it only needs 8 for an entire lane. So we could have 2. That work? Because we don't really need... So have 2 rows of iron coming down there. And then we can just hook these up like that. Some power in there. And then this is just the... Oh, in fact, that's perfect. So that's the dirty water. And so we can double that up. And that's all 4 lanes of iron sorted. So it needs 8. So we need to kind of double this. And then double that. Double this and then double that. So we need to set all this up. So it wants to be... it don't really matter, does it? But we've got water first on that side. So we just copy these. So if that's the water first. I quite like these long pipes, I must say. And that's the acid. I need like 1,000,000 billion pipes, but that's a bit of a pain, but I forgot the inserters. And that. And that. Cool. That there. Wait. So that's... Yeah, water first. Acid second. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they end on more than that, don't they? It's not actually... That's too many. The amount of ore that's coming in. That's fine, I'm not fussed about that. And get rid of those lights, tidy it up a little bit. Let's connect some power across. I don't know. There maybe. Perhaps if we have some pumps somewhere, just to ensure correct directional flow. Oh. Okay, so we need to double this. Just leave a little bit of a gap between them, just in case. Is that lined up? I think that's lined up. So, we can then put as many of these as we, can. If it doesn't work, as it were, I've plenty of room here to rework it. We could have it, another set there or whatever. And if they don't pass through, we can take the pipes up there and blah, blah, blah. It's a bit of a trial and error thing. Let's fill out what we can fill out. Okay, so if this is where... This is going to be working out quite well, I think, because we can have the station here. Unload station, I think, maybe. Could have it on the side, actually. Because we need to repeat this for... So that's iron. It's obviously a bit kinked, as it were, as in... we're going to have to go down and across... And then we'll have to go down and across and down, rather than straight in. But that's because I've put the sulfuric acid there. Should really have moved that over, I guess, and put it in that area there. But that's fine. That's fine. Right. So we still need 1 billion pipes. And nowhere near doing all the belts, although we're a lot further along. But I keep giving them extra jobs to do, you see. I'm such a cruel bot master. I didn't use a single loader again, did I? I mean, with pipes, it's quite, that's quite difficult to fit them in, isn't it? Because we'd have to use splitters and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so if we did use my existing train designs, so we go to the blueprint library, and we take a copy of Basic Rail 1.4. Pop that there. Hope that was a copy. Fingers crossed. So what do we want to do? We want a train station. We want the generic... Where is it? Where are you? So there's the actual straight rails. Straight rails? Turn. Ah, there we go. Generic station. Now how can we... Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So if we put the rail stations next to a thing, would that matter? It's slightly more belt, slightly more thing, but that... Because then I can have like a connecting set of, straight rail there. And just hook everything in. Tricky bit is if I get the positioning in this wrong and I have to rework the belts, basically. What we could do is work out sort of how far up we can get straight rail here. So we could base it on this. So is this like maximum height if I turn my bots off? So I think that's probably safe there. Yeah, so that would work there. So then if we had a... Yeah, it's just not going to fit in, is it? So if that was the corner then... And then this is the station. It overlaps with the actual build. Okay, so we just can't fit that in. Right. How far down does it need to go? So we get the T-junction again. I mean, technically, it should... Well, I don't know. I don't actually know whether... I guess we'll have to use T-junctions because we might have to go up here somewhere. Yeah, there might be a juicy iron patch just up there. Juicy, juicy iron patch. It's not that much extra belt anyway. So if this was sort of maybe here-ish or whatever, and then that would connect. So the best place for this would be, say, there. So that gives enough room to put belts around. I mean, I could reverse the belts here. That wouldn't be a problem. In fact, that'd be a good idea, I think. So I have the... Would it? Not for the pipe point of view. We do need to... And we need to feed something back, don't we? And we need to do something with the stone. I'd always just turn it into landfill. It's always a great stone sink. Okay, so based on where these stations need to be, we can then just get rid of all of this. Like so. Like so. Why did I take this so far over here? Okay. Right, so we then need T-junction here. Again, we can get the bots to build all this. I'm just going to double it up. I might actually do 2 iron and then a copper, then the rare earth, because we know we're going to have to make lots of stuff out of iron, and I'm tempted to... I don't usually bust too many intermediates, like batteries, but that's because I always... This is one of the things I'm sort of fixing of how I do it in the Blueprint series, but I always sort of bust batteries because I make them close to the oil, but that means I have to send iron and copper the other way, which is just dumb, really. Right, so we can put rail here, basically. Alright. Oh, there's some locals I'm going to have to deal with. Cool. And now we use the next bit. I'm glad these are useful. I was a bit afraid I wasn't really going to have a use for them particularly, but in this series. But as I could tell, the trains are pretty much the same. So I'll do the full-on 6 unloading, just to make sure it gets... Oh, that's load. Where's unload? That's fueling, so we want to do that. The bit I don't know is whether you can just... unload. Fuel them on coal or anything, because I haven't actually used a train yet. So that's the unload. That one. Is that right? I mean, we'll do 242 trains again, just because that's my standard thing and I understand it the best. So we've got one now. Oh, I can't see what's going on there. Let's get my bots to build this first one. So that's coming out of there, so we can actually put a balancer on that one if we wanted. Why don't I get rid of those? So where would the balancer be? There. Pop that in there. 2. Oh. And then... there. Cool. And then we want to be going along here. Like that. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess I could put a balancer in there. Nearly got the right size. No. Oh. That. I think I'm out about now as well. Everybody's out about. I might just leave it running while I get dinner. And, or actually, I mean, if I can't hook it up the bottom, that's a bit pointless, isn't it? Oh, so what we could do instead is sort of weave it across the track, I guess. Can we fit a balancer in? We could put the balancer in the middle of the track. Yes, we could put the balancer there. If I... is there somewhere I can line... It'd be nice to line that up, but I can't because that's... I could move it all down. Not keen, not keen. Oh well. It just have to have a weird kink in it. Bit like me. So let's put that there, say. I have actually got the... I've got blueprints in the other series for undergrounds and all sorts, but it's fine. Oh, it won't let me. Go. That. And that. I'm just going to copy this station, basically. That's what I'm heading towards. And we can name them and all that sort of stuff, but let's get them built first. Get them built first. Two, three, oops. Four. That. Grab this little bit of belt. Little bit of belt. Little bit of belt. Now, what we do need is some sort of refeeding thing. Don't we? Because we're going to have... Let's just attach these first. Whoops. We're going to have extra stuff coming out of these. Because we'll need more of them. So it'd be most convenient, I guess, to have the output for these on the other side. Because then I'm not crossing over myself. So we want one of these to be that, and one to be that. Well, potentially that could be on the other side. So I don't know whether I'm just going to turn it all into landfill or not. Okay. Yeah, I'm just completely out of belt, aren't I? I think it's only 10%, is it, or something? 10%, so we could get a fairly steady trickle, but difficult to know without until it starts running, really. Where do I want to feed it in? Because what I'm thinking is I just literally split it between these and we just balance it up, basically. So we could put... we could put... No. In fact, we probably want input priority to favour that one, so that we don't end up back, you know, use the stuff that's coming out of these machines first, basically. So I don't have a clue on the volumes. Let's just assume it's tiny, and we can always bolster it up. Yeah, so prefer the input from there, and output-wise, we might as well do the fish trick. Push that in, and maybe input priority left on that as well. To get it to definitely use that stuff first. Of course, I don't know if this is actually enough. So it may all be badly arranged, but we will have to see. We will have to see. We need some power on these. So I need to put that back in, I guess. Oops. Okay. I guess if we put one on that side as well. It'd be nice if I lined them up properly. Like that. Oh, we're even out of them. Blimey. Cool. Okay, so that is, in theory, you know, some iron ore, raw iron ore. This is the process stuff. Wait. Where is the process stuff coming out? That's it coming in. I haven't got it coming out anywhere. What a dumber. So we need to output it here, don't we? And I've only got one lane. Oh dear. Oh dear. Huh. What an idiot. Right, okay. Let's move it all over one time. Okay. So if we do that, pop it there. And we can have that beat coming down there. In fact, are we not going to need like a lot of output for this? Because if 8 machines can handle an entire belt's worth, a long-handed's going to be enough to supply them. Not supply them, to get the stuff out. We shall have to see, I guess. And we can just put some splittery jobs on there. And that'll auto mix it up on the different 2. But this is the now processed. Pipe's in the way. Process stuff, and we need the same over here. Like that. That needs adding on there. And then we need the same here. On there. These will have to do a... because it's 8, isn't it? So 4, and then manually swap the belt over. Swap the side over, rather. Like that. Take that down there. Copy this over here. Oh, I should have flipped that. Hang on. Not G, F. Yeah, okay, so we now have 4 belts, in theory, which we need to hook into these. Okay. So it's that one. Oh, I haven't even thought about the coal. Huh, first station should really be the coal, I guess, then, shouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then... what? I guess we could sneak outside here. 2, 3, like that. So if that's that one there. And then... Actually, can I move that over and make it a little bit more even? Is that more even? I think so. Take it down there. Oops. And then we want... So we're going to have to get coal in here somewhere, so... I could always add coal over here, couldn't I? Or wherever. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Yes, I should balance these. Will it fit in there? Perfect. Perfect. Is it worth lane balancing them as well? Wait. I should do, really, shouldn't I? Oh, we'll leave that in. If it becomes a problem, we can always sort it out later. Okay. Oh, I never finished that off, did I? So that needs to be the iron coming out. In order to make the acid. Cool. How are we doing? So we're still a long way short on everything, really. This is just not coping. Which isn't surprising. I mean, most of this patch is gone. I don't suppose I'm making any speed modules, am I? I shouldn't think so. No, don't think I'm making any modules. Oh well, okay. Can't speed that up then. Why are you blinking about the power? Oh, because we're missing a load of power parts. Wow, we've not even got them. Blimey. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it running, basically. Just to make the stuff, because... So we can go and... we can go and start doing the rail side of things. Because we know we want this one. The biters are all on passive, so we can just build and they're not gonna be bothered. But we can hook that in as our first thing. I mean, we may have to clear them out, but I can just turn the... We can just use these guys. They'll just wipe them out without them even reacting. It's a bit silly, actually. Bit of a flaw in the proverbial logic. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna have to seed this with a bit of iron, basically. So we need to hand chuck in a bit of iron, so that it'll make the sulfuric acid, so that it'll make the stuff, that it'll make the stuff, that it'll make the stuff. So yeah. Okay, so let's go and play about with rail. We're gonna have to go and pick a load up because I haven't got any. But we can start filling it out. Oh, I'm running to the path and we haven't got any. This bit's not been done. It's going quite well, I think. I mean, I have no idea whether this will even work, but it should do, I think. And if it doesn't work, it's because I've made errors. But I want to get one of them running so that then I know, right, well, it does work. And I just copy it up and change the recipes for... So we need one more iron one, I think. And we'll turn that into... Because we can use this space here somewhere to do like circuits and all that sort of stuff. And then I mean, I'm almost hoping that this is enough for our entire bus, but I don't know. My guess is that when we get into the late game for this one, effectively we'll have to build a new base. I'm sort of interpreting that from the, what it shows, as it were, a bit. But yeah, I think we may end up with a new base, essentially. Right, so where are the trains? So if we get that one up, that one there. If we're doing a 242, we only need 5 of them, don't we? Do one of them. That's okay, I think. Yeah, so we're going to need... There's not going to be anything, is there? So we haven't got... Right. I did grab some of them already. Let's grab some more miners. And if there is some belt, we could steal it. The bots are sufficiently slow that it seems to build up a little bit. In fact, could I... I mean, there's no point, is there? I certainly could increase the speed of the thing, but it's just not getting enough stuff in. Right. Okay. We could put some... get some more steel chests. What else would we need? I mean, we need inserters and all that malarkey, but... See, we've just not got anything, basically. Yeah. We can put this, because we'll have made a whole load, we'll have made like a stack of rail, won't we? Because I've had that running for ages. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Plenty of rail. So I can probably put the outpost together. Have we got a radar? We've got a radar. We've got loads of miners. We've not got any belt. We could steal some from, like, where it's just stacked up on, Is that iron? That's steel, isn't it? About here you go. So there's some iron plate here. Yeah, and there's some here. This is very much robbing Peter to pay Paul. Because it will just cause the production of belts to grind to a halt elsewhere, basically. But, well, we can nick the science. We're not doing any science particularly. So I think that uses a bit of iron plate as well. Not much, but a little bit. How much have I got now? So make 300 belts. Okay, so that should get us enough to... Oh, I could lay down that path as well again, couldn't I? Because we'll have made loads of brick. I think we might do this again tomorrow. Been enjoying it sufficiently, and I've got we've not got a clear plan of what we need to do. So yeah, I think we might do this again tomorrow. I guess I could quickly show where I am with the aesthetic one, but it's not massively interesting. What I was intending with that is to do a design stream anyway, where I, basically design the railways for that, because they're not going to be my standard rail thing. I'm going to do something that looks, I think, a bit more attractive. Still going to be left-hand drive though, because I just can't get my head round right-hand drive. But yeah, we'll do it. Do it next week, maybe. Probably make all this and find that we could, we can't do any of the tech cards that we need or anything. think it cheats with the power. I don't think there is. If you've got literally nothing power-wise in your, you know, battery, as it were, I think it just pretends that you have. Because they can't be charging at the rate they're supposedly charging. I should turn them off so that they don't spam. Well, they have already. Okay. Let's make a load more belt then. Right, so. If we run over here. In fact, coal might be better more further down, because that is the coal. That's the fueling thing, so. Right, so we'll turn you back on again now. No, you're not going to spring into action? Maybe it doesn't cheat then, because it looks like they're waiting for charge. Yeah, clearly it doesn't. I know it cheats if you put them in manually, then they'll miraculously be charged. But yeah. I'll just fill in some bits of this. Oh, I could make a station if I've got... No, I haven't got the bits, have I? Because I've turned it all into belts. Right. Okay, we'll just put this in. Come on. Get the arrow in the right direction first, Triz. And then it'll work. I was hoping the bots would fill it out and then we could just drive the train along the track, but if there's literally no charge, there's no real point in that. Well, no real point. You can't do it at all. Right, so train, get rid of that. Train blueprint, straight rail. Okay. So I might as well wipe them out. Cool. I will... let's launch them. Yeah, there we go. The biters don't react to them. That's sort of that's why it's cheaty. Basically. Let's just sit there and annihilate them. Oh, be annihilated by them, I should say. I mean, it's convenient, but it renders them pointless, you know. They aren't sort of fun. Oh, it's gone up there to kill them as well. They aren't sort of fundamentally unbalanced. So, if you have them in a normal game, because I tried it in my aesthetic series, I tried using them there, and in that series, the evolution's like at 0.8 or something, 0.85. So there's behemoth biters and stuff. And the behemoths do like wipe them out basically. I had 6 going at one point, and it wasn't enough and they just got wiped out. Because they aren't, you know, they've only got a couple of slots for. They've not got as many slots as Spidertrons, you know. So they are OP, but they're not completely unbalanced, basically. In a normal game, anyway. I was doing a legger. Where did the other one go? Oh, you're up here, are you? What are you doing? No, come... Oh, don't do that. Well, no, it's fine, actually. My bots won't do it, so I might as well get them to do it. Anyway, let's go up here and get rid of this creep. Where's the spade thing? Here we go. Get rid of that, if we got room. Any left? Nope. Right. If I pick you lot up, have you filled up with wood and stuff? You have. Okay. Just I'm not sure there's enough room in my inventory now. Right, so in that case, let's put the mining down first. Now we already have... No. We already have... No. Wait, what? Oh, that's got the rail blueprints in it as well. Ah, okay. Oh, well. Never mind. Right. So let's grab that one. No. I get the right click in a minute. Get that one. And then we want... I don't know. We do them vertically. And just balance the lanes up, I think. Is that right? Because the first bit's there, isn't it? Not going to do my moan again about decoratives. It gets a bit tedious, just saying the same things over and over again. Right, and then we can use this. Do that upgrade. And I can tidy some of the belts, power poles up. Don't need that one, or that one, or that one. Oh, I didn't even grab any power poles, did I? Okay. In fact, I don't think we've made any. They're all used up. Okay, so this is where the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are about the same length, so we can just reverse this one and feed it into here. And we get roughly about the same out of each of them. We then want to bring them all together and balance them up. So take that down there, that down there. That, put you there, that. Then we want a balancer. No. Huh. Okay. That one there. Like that. And then what? Then we want the rail blueprint. So that we can work out, because we've got the generic in fact, let's turn you lot off. We've got the generic station. Where do I want that really? If I put that there, is there going to be enough room? So if it was there, then we would want to load in on this side preferably rather than the other one. We want let's do the 4 loader, because I always overkill loading. Does that matter? I mean, I could put it on the other side. In fact, why don't we put the station here? How close does that get us to the rail line? Where's me offshoot? to be that one. So at the moment it's lined up like that. If we put it there, could we then have the station here? Would it fit? Ish. We could move that balancer. No problem. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So we'll take those out. So if the station is there, let's get rid of these and redo them. So let's turn these on. Right, so let's find the let's find the corner again. Put it on there. In fact, let's get rid of junctions so it's fine. You there. Then we can find the station again. Pop that on there. Like so. Oh, it's gone very dark. Yeah, so we want, I guess, four loads. And then we want to weave this around. What's there, maybe? There we go. And then, I'm sure a balancer will fit in there. Where have my bots gone again? Or companions gone? I've obviously just done a copy, haven't I? Because this has got all of my rubbish in. Not rubbish, all of my things, and it's not just the... Okay. I thought I'd already tidied it up. I clearly haven't. Right, let's pop that in there. And then put this one into here. Oh, you're back now, are you? Where have you been? Eh? Where have you been? They'll have been filling out the rail. They have a huge... This is the other thing about them. They have a huge range for building. You know, if they spot something absolutely miles away, they'll just go and build it for you. Which is, I mean, it's what they're intended for. It's not... I'm not saying it's a bad mod in any way. Just the opposite. But it's not intended... It's for people who just want to skip doing a lot of stuff early game. That's what it's kind of aiming at, really, I think. Does this have a radar on it? It does have a radar on it. Okay. Right, so this is going to be... I guess we could call it... oh, crikey. Iron ore. 1, maybe? No, if we got it load 1, maybe. Now, can I do trains? Are you going to fill out the tracks for me? Because I've got 215 left, so we should be able to make it back. Because, say, it's basically... So this is what they've been doing. They've been filling these out. As you can see, they've gone all the way over to here, even though I'm only here. Oh, have I put the things in the wrong place, haven't I? Oh no, am I only doing 141? Oh yeah, my default's 141, isn't it? Oh, confused myself there. Right, okay. So that'll be that. We'll put... Can you filter these? You can. I always do this just for safety. It's a archaic thing. I don't know that you really need to do it anymore, but you sometimes used to end up with situations where trains would end up in the wrong station due to the pathfinding weirdness. Right, so if I pop in here... yeah, they'd end up in the wrong station, and then there used to be a thing where basically any inserter would just stick things in. They sort of weren't actually bothered. You can do that? Yeah. Weren't actually bothered about... it's very slow, isn't it? I guess that's what all of these, like, speed booster things are meant to sort of sort out, basically. Interesting. Yeah, but you see, basically trains would pass through a station that they weren't even stopping at, and stuff would get loaded into them. And it'd be like... Oh, is there a... Oh, there's a pipe there. Okay. Okay. So let's get rid of that. Okay. Can I make a single piece of pipe? I bet I can't, can I? I can make a pipe. I can't make an underground, though. Whoops. Yeah, so I always filter them so that to avoid that, but I don't think it would happen nowadays. I think they've fixed all of the issues with that. But there's nothing wrong with a bit of paranoia. Yeah, it's super slow with this wood. You know, Phil, it might be too much for them to do. I mean, it's just off. It's away. They're probably actually carrying a load. It's probably filling them out based on what it's got. Is that it? I think we're stuck, aren't we? I don't think there's any rail left, lads. Okay, so let's hop out. I think I might turn them off again. In fact, I'll probably just bring them back. So it's just a little bit too OP for me. It's a bit too cheaty. I'm saying that's its purpose. That's, you know, I'm effectively complaining about it being exactly what it's meant to be, but for my purposes, I think I'd rather rely on the ordinary bots. Ordinary bots doing ordinary things. Are you all done then? There we go. There we go. Yeah, I am enjoying playing this. I was really worried when first time I played it and I didn't sort of react to it very well, and I was a bit sort of worried that I'd come back and have the same thing and I get frustrated again and annoyed and blah blah blah. But no, this is intriguing and fun. Right, so have we got any pipes? We have, so we can fill that out again. We've got 3 pipes. Marvellous. Okay. Can I make another one? Because I think I need 4, don't I? So 5 iron plates. We've got a very small handful of plates there. Okay, let's make another one. Right, so we need a bit more rail. That was not quite enough. And it's not working, so has it filled all of that? Oh, lovely. Lovely. We like that. Have we got... Where is... Here we go. Shelter. I've just been dumping, like, wood and stuff in here. And this biomass and all that sort of stuff. May become useful later on, but I don't know. Is this stuff in here? We could get rid of that. I just started making different types of landfill, but then I realised I was being daft. Right. So we can get a bit more rail. And what else? What else? What else was missing? The pipes and the rail, and I think that was it, wasn't it? Does that not have a radar on it? Okay. Belt, I guess. We've got a couple hundred bits of belt, so... Well, I don't suppose we're getting close. Ooh, okay. According to that, we are done for belt? Well, we're done, but we're not done, because they're not doing this stuff. Why aren't you building him? I guess you've not got any roboports left, have you? No, you've got roboports. Why aren't you building that? Is it just out of range? I bet that's just ever so slightly out of range. No, that's fine. Why have you not built that one? This isn't powered, is it? So they wouldn't... They'd effectively... It drops off the list. And it's not powered because we've run out of medium power poles. Okay. Have we got any of them in... And they're just not doing that job yet? I would be surprised if that's the case, but you never know. Yeah, no, we've not got a single medium power pole left. Because we haven't got any steel. Oh no, it's iron, okay. I just wondered if I can manually put that one in. And connect that up, and then that'll connect the roboport. And those jobs will be added back onto the job list, and then they'll actually finish it. Let's see if we can find that. Let's run up the path. This is slightly quicker. I've nearly recharged though as well. That's good. Yeah, so we'll try and get this sort of train going, but I'll have to turn it off probably because I've not got any hot coal to hook into it. Hook it up to, you know, for power. Obviously, we really want to go with... in fact, that's what we could make here, couldn't we? That's an idea. We could use, like, whatever's left, as it were. So I could have a logic thing here, maybe. Saying... Because I don't really need that pipe, I don't think. That pump. Avoids backflow, doesn't it? But we can have a little thing here saying, if that's full, pump it somewhere else and turn it into solid fuel. And then at the very least, we're using solid fuel rather than coal. I mean, we could just... I mean, I don't know if I've done coal liquefaction, have I? Doesn't look like it. But it's difficult to tell. I don't know where the recipe would have ended up. I don't think I've done it. That's what I usually prefer to do, coal liquefaction, and then you can, and then, you know, then uraniumize it. Oh, of course we've got uranium processing. We should set that up as well. Get that chunking away. I'm forgetting what I was going to do. I was going to put that power pole in, wasn't I? So, all of this bit is unconnected. Where is the missing power pole? So, well, it's loads of them, isn't it? It's not just one. They've not filled these out. Okay. Okay, that doesn't help then. What I could do instead is put a long power pole on here. And then at least they'll... Yeah, recharging after power outage. Oh, we're chunking up in the power. Okay. Because they then... Because when the things have... When the battery is completely depleted in the roboport, they basically ignore all of the orders that it relates to. So, because they only have a limited build range, as you can see, it's obviously up to that point for these ones. The fact that this one was unpowered, you see it's done them because that's powered. So it's covered there. But this one means that it wouldn't build this one, and it won't build that one, and it won't build that one. So we can't even do that. And then there is no reason these orders aren't on the list, basically. Right, so I should be able to turn my bots on. Get some more of that built. Except that they'll have put the... That was dumb. They'll have put the undergrounds on here, and I don't want them on here. Where have you put them? If I pick up these... Ah, here we go. You've put them here, haven't you? Okay. So I should be able to go and quickly... Because I'll just forget about that water if I don't go do that now. So I'll literally run up and get that done. So I'll turn them on now. Don't want to end up with disconnected water. There we go. All flowing and good? All flowing and good. Okay. Yeah, so could I use loaders on these? I don't know what it does with loading on this. I'm assuming... Because don't these have automatic chests in them? Isn't that what they effectively do? Oops. So I'll test it out with one of them, I think. See how it works. So I'm not sure I need all of this malarkey, you see, if I just use the loaders. But I tend to forget to use them. So I'm not very knowledgeable about them. Oh no, if I can't even make a train stop. Needed 2, and I've only made 1. Bum. So it looks like we can't set the train up. Because I've not got a second station. We could do it manually, I guess. Load a little bit in. Okay, so we need some power. No matter what. So let's hook this up. Across here. Attach this here. Okay, so that gets us all the power. Now, what we're missing, we are missing some signals, which I just don't have. That's fine if we're going to do it manually. Okay, so let's head back to the outpost. Drive on the reverse up on the tracks. Again, we'll get the bots to do it, but just have to set the first one up and then copy and paste it and put the roboports in. But what I'll do, I'll let the... This was dumb. I should have gone back properly. Oh, is there no power here? That's annoying. Okay. So that's approximately in the right place. Why is there no power? Oh, because we didn't even do that one. Okay. Oh, and I can't hook them up anyway. This is going well, isn't it? So much for testing the loaders out. Okay, well, at some point, there'll be enough stuff made that I can then fill this all out properly. Oh, it's not bad. I mean, you know, I'll basically just let it run. I mean, I'll leave it. I just go and get some dinner, and I'll just leave it running and let them finish everything. You know, build it. The cause basically is the iron. You know, this here is just you know, as you can see, there's all red lights on all of those because we've used up like half the patch. And without rare earth processing, which we could do, you know, I've sort of got this ready but not connected to anything because, or it's connected but it's not got any. Yeah, there you go. Because I'm not doing anything with the hydrogen. Oh, I could flare that though, couldn't I? Where's the hydrogen going? It's going here. The fuel, but I'm not doing it. But I could put a flare there. I was thinking, because we haven't got any rare earth on the go. So why don't I go and flare that? Just as the end thing. Yeah, so that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll pick up, basically, exactly where we've left off. Well, no, we won't. I'll leave it running and let the bots just finish everything. And, you know, make it... I might add the, RoboPort in here so they can do that one. But in terms of, getting it, testing it and doing all that, we'll do that on stream tomorrow. I say, because I'm a bit surprised just how much I've enjoyed this, really. I say, I think I want to continue tomorrow. Ooh. Yeah, so we just need to find this, because I'm carrying like 50 flare stacks. We'll add this to the... I assume I can flare hydrogen. Because the only use for it is the fuel, and I'm not doing anything with the fuel. I don't know if you can put fuel in trains, actually. That's a thought. Maybe I should do that rather than solid fuel. Would make sense, wouldn't it? Because it's made from, from that. But then, how am I going to get the... Where do you get... Because it's electrolysis, isn't it? But it's electrolysis with the sand and... I don't understand the logic of that. I don't know where that chlorine comes from, but... That's fine. Right, so if we pop one of these on here... then it'll start flaring that hydrogen. We could take some fuel, actually, and see what it does. I should put some logic on some of this, but yeah, can't be asked. Yeah, so hopefully it will start making rare metals. Oh, yeah, there's something happening. Not for all of them, though. I mean, it's only going to be tiny, because there's like one. Yeah, you see. Just the one. But that way we can at least, smelt some. Because I haven't smelted, to the best of my knowledge, smelted a single bar of rare earth metal. Or whatever it calls it. Rare metal. And basically, so that would then allow me to hand build, say, half a dozen of them. Which we can then use to get the iron flowing a bit quicker. It didn't occur to me that, the old flaring, but... Oh yeah, there's a couple of them going now. Okay. So yeah, we might actually get... Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got a handful of rare earths. So yeah, I may be able to craft up a few level 2 miners, which will then get this, and I can rearrange these things to increase the density as well. So that'll get us a little bit more iron, which will then let us build more stuff and finish everything off. So yeah, I'll run it after the stream, basically to get them to finish everything, that still needs doing, and sort of fill up all the boxes. As I say, I'll just leave it going. I'm not going to play as such. I mean, I might, might go and fill these out and stuff like that. But yeah, actually test running it. We'll do that tomorrow on stream. Then the plan then is we'll do a second iron one. So we'll have, I say, what we'll actually do is convert it into gears and whatever in this sort of space, wherever it ends up being. Or maybe on this side or something. So we'll have sort of 4 iron, maybe we'll do the 4 copper actually next. And then we'll do iron products and sand and that sort of thing on these ones and blah, 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 blah. The stuff that we can currently do. So I'm going to need to hook up. Oh, there's raw earths there. Okay. And we'll hook up. We got coal here that we could maybe just belt in. But there's a nice big coal there as well. Look. Okay. So maybe this ends up being. How big would that be? So if that was another copper. Because it'd be good if there was a coal station there, and then when that runs dry, we can just fire up the coal station. Or have it running, and it's ready when that runs out, sort of thing, maybe. Anyway, that's all for tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll just pop up my schedule, just to confirm. Where's that? OBS. Schedule. Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 3 o'clock GMT, for a bit more Krastorio 2. Monday, I'm on holiday, so I am planning. I've got a lot of odd jobs that I need to do, to be honest with you, so I may not actually do it early, but I'm planning on starting at 3 o'clock for Dyson Sphere Programme, because we are on the cusp of restarting science in that series. We have a planet doing red science, a planet doing blue science, a planet doing yellow science, and a planet doing purple science, all of which are fully functional. So we need a planet doing green science, and then we need to head back to our home planet and sort out white science. So the plan is to do all of that in the stream tomorrow. And that will then allow me to do the final parts of the Dyson Sphere, because you need white science to do that. And when that's done, that series is over, and we'll switch back to Satisfactory. So yeah, planning a bit of a longer stream on Monday, starting at 3, going till the usual sort of time, about 7 o'clock, depending on when I finish, basically. And then next week we will be doing the whole shebang again. So if you have been watching, thanks for doing so, and I hope you've enjoyed it. You might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Krastorio 2. Thanks for watching. Cheers.